Very pleased not to be joined by the one, the only, the legendary, the internationally famous. I make the same joke all the time. He's my best friend in the world at this point, given how many times we have had an opportunity to speak with one another. Pro Football Hall of Famer, Dallas Cowboys Ring of Honor member. The first time I've been able to say those things. DeMarcus Ware, congratulations, and thank you for joining us at Blog of the Boys.
Listen, man, thank you so much for having me on the show. Every single time I come on the show, I always look and see if you have any DeMarcus Ware stuff in your office. And I think this is the 9th time that we've had an interview, and I don't see a jersey. I don't see any 94 paraphernalia back there. So, I mean, right now, I'm a little upset.
So we've had the conversation before. I got the jersey. I'll tag you on Instagram. I'll share a photo. Today I brought my Crown Royal bag because that's what's important here today.
That's right.
But I did get the jersey, but I wanted to get something for the office after you were in the Hall of Fame because, I mean, Hall of Fame's Hall of Fame. So you tell me, photo, football, mini helmet, you pick it, and it's going up here in the office. What do you want?
I would say let's do a photo. Photo is more personal. Let's do that.
Okay, photo, maybe in the gold jacket. You picked up a lot of jackets, DeMarcus, since we last spoke. What has it been like? And I've told you before that you were definitely going to be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. You were obviously definitely going to be in the Dallas Cowboys Ring of Honor. Those are no longer hypotheticals. Those are no longer maybes, things down the road. They are in the past. They are official. They have happened. What have the last few months been like for you?
It's been a whirlwind, but it's been fun. First of all, starting with the Hall of Fame, being there up there with the guys, giving your speech, it was one of the biggest moments of my career. And then coming back home, coming into the Dallas Cowboys Stadium, getting a standing ovation from all the fans, and your name being unveiled in the stadium, it was probably one of the most amazing things because it was even more heartfelt because you know how those Dallas Cowboys fans are. And I'm still just soaking it in. I'm still on cloud 9 right now. And so I'm waking up this morning after a Cowboy loss to Philly. And you know what? I'm waking up the right way because I'm waking up with the company, first of all, with Crown Royal and doing some amazing things, which they always do every single year. And just, first of all, just starting off with them giving so much, right? They, from their generosity fund, they're Feeding America. They giving $250,000 to this fund to Feed America, right? And that's during Thanksgiving. And, to me, it's near and dear to North Texas Food Bank. Of that money, that $250,000, they're giving $25,000 of that money to the North Texas Food Bank to feed, everybody during this Thanksgiving time. But to rewind that tape all the way, I'm being the hostess with the mostest, and teaming up with Crown Royal, we have curated a Instacart where people can go in and find my favorites from hot dogs, hamburgers, you name it, wings, but also my favorite drink, which is lemonade, tea, add a little bitters, and put some Crown in it, and it will wake you up and make you feel the right way. But it's all about, just being the hostess with the mostest and letting people know that host these parties, that host these big events, that we got you with Instacart. And then take it all the way to the end of the season on November 27th. I see that purple bag, and they've always had like the Purple Bag Project where they helped the military. So they're heading out and having a huge party on November the 27th at Randolph Air Force Base in San Antonio, and they're going to have a special guest, and I'm going to be part of it. So all of these 3 things put together, they're going out with a bang, and I'm so glad I'm part of it.
That is very cool. Crown Royal is kicking off year 3 as the official whiskey sponsor of the NFL with a partnership with Instacart. And you mentioned, obviously, yourself, the Purple Bag Project. I've been able to speak with you at times in the past on that. Darren Woodson's been a part of that. Lots of Dallas Cowboys greats. It's so great to see how Crown Royal gives back to people in need in various capacities, certainly to the military. I lived in San Antonio for a long time, Military City, USA. So that is wonderful to hear. And you always have the most amazing partners. They're Hall of Fame level partners, the Ring of Honor level partners. DeMarcus Ware doesn't get involved with somebody unless he absolutely believes in them. So well done on the Crown Royal partnership. You mentioned waking up. You and I are speaking on Monday following the Cowboys' loss in Philadelphia on Sunday. Bit of a bitter pill to swallow, just the way things kind of went down to the wire. It felt like like the Eagles kind of tried to give it to the Cowboys a couple of different times there at the end, and Cowboys just couldn't close the deal.
And that's the thing that, I'm realizing is we don't want, for the Dallas Cowboys, we do not want the game to go down to the wire because it's just so much pressure. We need to be ahead where now it's in the defense's hands, where you got Micah, right? You got DeMarcus Lawrence, you got that awesome defense, you got Gilmore, to where those guys are going to close the game out because it's just about sheer want to. It's not about strategy. I got to throw it to this guy. I got to run it and do it. It's not all that's out of the, it's behind you and you're just playing football. And we've lost a lot of games like that right at the end, which they're really upsetting. But some of the positive things that we get to see is we can play with the boys. We can play with the big teams when we want to. And that type of consistency at how we play at home, if we can carry that type of tenacity on the road, there will be nobody that can beat us because when we're at home, we get up real fast. We get up early. And then we just, put our feet on the pedal and we don't let off. And we get to some of the away games, it's a little bit different. It's a back and forth. You score, I score. I don't want that. I just want to take over the game like we do at home. Away.
Yeah, the Cowboys are riding an 11-game winning streak at home. They won their last game at home, which was your Ring of Honor ceremony. So you were the good luck, obviously. The 10 games before that didn't really matter. It took D-Ware going into the Ring of Honor. Yep. And it's been I don't know that really the Cowboys have ever had that kind of a stout home field advantage, but that is something that they have really developed in the Mike McCarthy era, certainly. There's a lot of fans, D-Ware, who are saying, I don't take moral victories, because that's really kind of what the best thing you can do with Sunday's losses. Like you said, the Cowboys can clearly play with the top dogs. It was very different than the 49ers loss where Dallas never really had a chance. Is there something from someone who's been there when you lose a game? I think the best example is probably that 2013 Cowboys-Broncos game where you guys put up 1 million points and lost. Is there something that you walk away from and say, hey, we lost, but we were right there and we can build off of that moving forward?
The mentality in the locker room is we can do it, but it's not enough. Mm-hmm. And you can't let this feeling carry over into the next game. Now, the positivity of how you played against a great team, you carry that over into the next game. But one cool thing is I got to see Philly again. So I will bottle up this feeling of how I felt in the locker room in Philly. And when they come to our house in Dallas, I will shake that bottle up and I will put all of that feeling back on to them as I go through that tunnel to a football game. And that's what they have to do. But right now, take the positives from it. Okay, cool. Go into the next game, win. You'll forget about Philly. But I still need it in the bag for later on in December, whenever that they play. And then you wake that feeling up and you go win the football game. That's really going to matter because you played so well, harboring that feeling the whole season.
Yeah, I think that's really well said. You can't win them all, no matter how good you are. You're going to lose games to great teams, especially if you make some costly mistakes. You could talk about, this, that, or the other, whatever went, the other way for Dallas on Sunday in Philadelphia. But you're right. The Cowboys have one road game between now and December 17th, and it's against the Panthers, who have the worst record in the NFL. So it's a real opportunity, obviously, for them to kind of stack some wins and put themselves in a prominent position for when Philadelphia returns to AT&T Stadium. We're getting to that Thanksgiving run. You obviously have a lot of experience with it. There are people who feel certain ways about it. What were your thoughts on the Thanksgiving Day game? I mean, it's fun and it's cool, but it's also kind of a chore to have to play on Thanksgiving Day, and especially now that all these games are so important for the Cowboys.
The first 2 times I played it, the first 2 years of my career, I thought it was a chore until I started to realize that this game is probably one of the only games that people are going to be watching where it's family time. And all families are together. You're pulling up all of the nice things from your best crown drink, maybe something that you ordered on Instacart, to be the hostess with the mostest to the family. And you get to be watched by the world. And it's a short week, but also the other team has a short week. I'm used to it. I've been doing this for my whole career, but they haven't. So it's sort of an advantage of having that Sunday, and then turn around and you have that quick game again. If you can get those 2 games behind you, usually you have like 8 or 9 days off.
Right.
But yeah, it's brutal for this short period of time, but it's so cool to be part of something like that because I'm big family-oriented guy, and you're playing on one of the biggest days of thanks ever, and that's Thanksgiving Day.
That's really well said. The jersey that I got was the Thanksgiving Day throwback jersey, the DeMarcus Ware 94 wear, just because it's the coolest one. You know what I mean? Everybody loves that one with the white helmet. It's a good look. Everyone can download the Instacart app, DeMarcus, and check out your personalized kind of set of things to get all their game day essentials and host like a pro. You mentioned kind of bottling things up. Maybe an empty Crown Royal bottle. You bottle all that stuff in there. You mentioned putting it in the bag, the purple bag. These things are great. When I was a kid, I used to store marbles in these things.
Listen, let me tell you what, that bag means so much, and a lot of people don't understand. Yeah, you see the purple bag, but that purple bag to me signifies giving, right? Because Crown Royal gives so much, and a lot of people don't understand. There's a lot of companies out there that you can team up with, but when you have a company that say, "Hey, we're going to give it to the host," right? They have a lot of hostings that they do, but I'm gonna create an Instacart for you that you can just go and click on and get the best. Let's say if you're hosting for a football game. Better yet, I'm gonna take you all the way to Thanksgiving, and I'm gonna actually have a fund to give to Feeding America, but also the North Texas Food Bank. And what they've always been huge in is the military. And when you start thinking about how much they do for the military, and we're about to have a throwdown party on November the 27th in San Antonio, there's no other way. There's no other team. There's no other people that you want to be part of, and that's with Crown.
That's well said. Crown Royal rocks, Instacart rocks, and DeMarcus Ware rocks. Once again, D-Ware, congratulations on the Pro Football Hall of Fame, the Ring of Honor, completely and totally well-deserved. I hope you enjoy all the holidays and everything with your family. Odds are that we'll speak again, because that's just kind of who we are.
We'll be talking, and next time, keep the crown bag where it is, and we need to take a picture together and get that thing signed.
We're working on it. Thanks a lot, D-Ware. Have a great rest of your week.
Thanks, man. Take care. Peace.